Well, since it's cold out, I want to go over some cold weather gear, and it's definitely not cold enough in Florida for this stuff, but I'm from up north, and I know what the deal is up there. It gets cold. It gets below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, and the wind chill can be like 30, 40 below zero. Now, I'm going to tell you what I always went with, and I don't give a damn. You know, I had dress clothes, 100% wool, you know, the best just stuff from Macy's and stuff. And, you know, a lot of times I didn't even wear that when I was going in the office because it's too damn cold, you know. So when it got really cold out, a lot of times you go with the mil spec, and I got tons of mil spec stuff. I'm going to go over a few things. First off, the parka. You know, a lot of people just buy the parka, and the parka is supposed to be an overgarment. It's not supposed to be the garment that you wear over your shirt. The parka is supposed to go over a jacket. That's why a lot of people get the wrong size parka. They say, oh, it's too big. Or maybe they're getting it, you know, maybe they're not getting mil-spec stuff, you know, because maybe it says parka and it's designed for not going over a jacket, you know. Parkas are big. And the best thing, too, I'm going to tell you, all the mil-spec stuff, it's got some wool blend in it. And you know, I'm not allergic to wool. Some people are, but mil-spec stuff is the best, strongest stuff going. You know, if let me put it this way: for the money, you can't beat it. You definitely can't beat it. Yeah, there's better stuff out there, but it starts getting into crazy amounts of money. And let me put it this way: this parka works, and you got a liner. You could take out the liner. You know, that's the other thing. You don't need to have the whole. You know, you can wear it one way or the other. It gives you another layer. You got to have a lot of layers too. Now, the other thing is, you want the field jacket too. Field jackets are really good. You don't have to get camouflage, because I know in today's day and age, if you wear camouflage, they think you're a terrorist or some crap. You know, the way things are going. You can get a black one or something like that, just plain black, whatever. Same thing, you know. But usually, if you're getting mil-spec left over, like new old stock, it's basically brand new, it's going to be camouflage. Now, this is the woodland camouflage. I like it better than that. The camouflage they came out later with, which was like the computerized stuff, then they came out with some other junk after that. The woodland's the best. And actually, the stuff that was even before this, tiger stripe, was even cooler, I think. Now, another thing I do, this is basically a real lightweight liner out of a jacket. It's not really like a vest per se, but it's enough to give you another layer of protection. Because the more layers you got, the better. In other words, you got a field jacket that has a liner in it. You can wear it with or without the liner. Or you can just wear the liner alone without the field jacket and the parka. So in other words, you got a lot of versatility here. In other words, you can wear the field jacket with the liner, without the liner, and the parka with the liner or without the liner. So basically you got like 4 different ways, levels of protection, or even more than that if you're considering just the field jacket alone. You understand what I mean? So, but when you have the field jacket with the liner and the parka with the liner, you got 4 layers right there, besides what you're wearing underneath it. Now, I like wearing, if I was outside in 0 degrees or below that with wind, I would wear this too, because this is real lightweight, but it's another layer of protection. Now, you know, I got about 20, I don't know, probably 40 pairs of camis. I don't know what the hell I got. Camouflage utilities. Now, I'm going to say something about these things. A lot of times people buy camouflage utilities and they don't know what the hell they're getting. They think they're all the same. Actually, they got 2 kinds. You know, at least there was 2 kinds when I was in, and it was this way for years and years and years. They got poplin, which are 100% cotton, and then they got Nico, which is 50% nylon, 50% cotton. I hate the freaking poplin ones because they don't freaking last. You can wash them a few times, they're faded out, they rip real easy. The Nikos outlast them like 10 to 1. They're 50% nylon, 50% cotton. And they don't feel like nylon, but they're strong as all hell, and their color retention is fantastic, right? And I got them in desert, woodland, all kinds. I probably got about 40 pairs of these damn things. And they're great. because this, if you wear this and then you have on the field jacket with the liner, and you know, I wear like, you know, underneath it, I usually wear, like, if I have on for the legs, I'll wear the running apparel, like the sweats underneath there for the legs, for the other later. But usually my legs don't get cold. I don't know why, but it's always the upper body, especially around the neck and the head. Not my arms and legs too much. You know, that's just how I am. But it's usually around the head and the neck. But this parka too, you can also, you got this hood on here, especially if you're wearing a skull cap, which you want to wear. You can make this like where you're just looking out, you know, like a little periscope, and it makes your breath not freeze up. It's a damn good thing. Now for footwear, you know, they got this, these are like felt lined snow boots basically. They're rubber on the bottom and leather on the top, and these have been treated about 50 times at least with waterproofing. The leather on them is never going to crack in a million years. But besides this liner, I like wearing like two pairs of, if it was like extremely cold, 2 pairs of Spec socks that are wool. Wool, not the freaking cotton. No cotton. Spec, the green ones, you know. Because I always found I could walk like, you know, 30 miles with these damn kind of socks and you never get a blister, so I always liked them better. But they're a hell of a lot better because the wool, actually cotton, if your feet sweat, there's like no insulation value. With wool, you still got about 50% insulation value. That's the big thing with this. And you know, this is a wool liner that's in here too, so that's very important. And the leather uppers are very important. So this is like fairly serious cold weather gear. And you know, I got all kinds of like expensive jackets from Macy's and Bloomingdale's and all this kind of garbage. But I remember even when I went, if it got really cold out, it was 0. You know, nobody gave a shit if you walked in the office with a parka on. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. You know, I mean, they understand. You know, it's 0. So, you know, you can wear this in any kind of situation because when it's freezing out, everybody understands it's freezing out. And you know, this parka doesn't have the camouflage thing. You know, there's like a taboo now with this camouflage because, you know, people are thinking it's like. I don't know what the hell people think anymore. Unless, you know, it depends on what garbage they watch on TV. You know, because now they're trying to make it look like everybody wears camouflage is the bad guy, you know. Get the hell out of here, man. It's just camouflage. That's all it is. But I'm just saying that your best deal on cold weather gear is definitely this Spec stuff. The field jacket with the liner, the parka with the liner, the Nyko camis, which is 50% nylon, 50% cotton, the wool socks, the green ones, and also I'll wear the cotton sweats underneath the Nyko camis. But the Nyko camis are they're almost like jeans. You know, when you're wearing the bottom part too, these pants, they're pretty thick. They got big cargo pockets on them. You know, everywhere. You got car pockets down here. You got regular pockets down in here, and you got cargo. You got regular pockets, then you got cargo pockets. You know, plus the knees are doubled up. A lot of people don't know that stuff. These are good. Plus, well, you don't use these in the Marine Corps. You know, you could tie them off like this, but you use the boot bands. But tying them off like this or using the boot bands basically keeps the snow from coming in there because you'll have these over this, over that. So you could tie them off, you know, so it keeps the snow from getting in there, getting down in here. You don't want that stuff. So, and you know, I always used to do it that way. I'd leave these loose so I could slip my feet in and out of them real easy. And they were like not real loose where I couldn't walk around with them. But I always tied them off on the top here, where this was tied around here, around the top of this. And no snow got in there. So, I'm telling you, this is the best junk there in the world. You could be outside shoveling snow for like, you know, 8 hours in a row when you got the 2 or 3 foot snowstorms. And you got to do like a driveway that's like, you know, 60 feet long or so, and it's about 20 feet or 25 feet wide. You know, and with a big turnaround point. And, you know, you're shoveling snow for like up to yin yang. You could be out there all day doing it with this thing. No problem.